Hello. Okay, so I think that this is working. Hopefully. It's uh it's me, Kara Goodwin. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the Soul Elevation podcast. And I am trying to I'm trying to go live on YouTube for the third time today. It is Friday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day for those of you who are watching this live or sometime today. What is going on with technology, with this day, with last night? I am hearing reports from people. The whole reason that I want to have this live stream is to celebrate that this is the 400th episode of the Elevation podcast. Yay! Celebrate. I'm so excited. And this is the third time I've tried to have this celebration. And so I should be very well practiced with it by now, but I'm completely going off script, let's say, even though there's no script. But yeah, something weird is going on. I go live on YouTube frequently. I've recorded a lot of different meditations, or not meditations, podcast episodes. I am not a techno novice, and the first two times that I tried to record this directly on YouTube, it just stopped after the first time after 15 minutes, the second time after 5 minutes. And then I just kept going because it looked to me like it was still recording. And then it's all lost from everything from that. So if you happen to be one of the people who saw one of those live, I apologize. It really was out of my control. And thank you for bearing with me. But in this episode, I want to talk about this is episode number 400. And I want to talk a little bit about the podcast. I want to share a couple of upcoming things that are big in my world that I'm so excited to share with you. And I'm going to show you the cover of the book. So this is like the unveiling of the book. Unless somehow, like I said, you were there for the last two live streams that I did and you saw it, then you get to see it again. But if you're listening to this just on the audio, you may want to hop over and check the video. I'll make sure to have the link in the show notes for the audio version so you can see the cover too. You can always catch my videos. All the podcasts that I put out are also on video on my YouTube channel, which is Soul Elevation Podcast, or you can go to soulelevationpodcast.com and I've got all the episodes out there and they all have the videos on them too. So however you're joining, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. I'm so grateful for you. Um, I'm so grateful for this to be the 400th episode of the podcast. I'm just kind of shocked, and this really caught me off guard. I sort of at the last minute was like, oh my God, I should do an episode, like a proper episode that's specifically calling out that this is the 400th. Um, I I really am just like, how in the world did that happen? It's gone so fast. So I just want to share with you a little bit of my podcast journey. The podcast started back in 2018 with a dear friend of mine, Alessandra, and I. We met because we were meditation students together. She was in Sweden, and we were both taking this global online meditation training. And actually, I don't think the course that we met in, I think we were learning Kriya, which is a breath work, but we had both learned meditation through this organization and then became certified meditation teachers through this organization. Then we just became really good friends and we would talk to each other on WhatsApp. We'd leave each other voice messages. And, and at one point she was just like, we should start a podcast. And I was like, what's a podcast? And so we did about the first 50 episodes together, and it was really just around meditation. It was about trying to keep our meditation practice going while we had families. And she was a lawyer and a single mom. And eventually the podcast, like she had to just kind of reevaluate her life, and she let several things go from that. Just out of practicality. We also had a 6-hour time difference. So it was really hard for us to keep going. And she was like, I can't do this anymore. So I had to decide if I was going to keep going or if I was going to stop. And so I chose to keep going, and I turned it into an interview format. And that's why, up until about just a few weeks ago, the podcast was called Meditation Conversation, because that was how we started. We were really focused on meditation. And then as time went on, I started interviewing more people. And it was really like most of my guests had a meditation practice. And I loved the name Meditation Conversation. I just like what's that called? Is it alliteration? When like the sounds are very like pleasing, like meditation conversation. I just liked that. So I kept it because but I would tell people it's not really about meditation. The topics are tangential to meditation. But eventually I thought, people are going to look at this podcast, and one of two things is going to happen. Either they want content about meditation, and that's not what this podcast is anymore, or they want the content that I have, but they're going to see the title and think, well, I don't really want to listen to a podcast about meditation. So I thought we need some alignment here. So that is why in the last few weeks, you've noticed a rebranding of now the podcast is called Soul Elevation, because that's really the crux of what is happening with this podcast. It's nurturing the elevation of your soul, the elevation of your consciousness, the expansion of your consciousness. And so I've gone through a whole rebranding with the artwork and the music and everything, and it's been amazing. I really probably should have done that a long time ago, but I'm going to trust the divine timing, because once I did finally say, oh my gosh, it's time to change, so many things fell into place that were like, looking back, such perfect timing, but I hadn't actually meant to do that. So, anyway, I could go on for a long time about that, and I don't want this to take forever, but so honored that we made it this far. I'm so grateful for you being on this journey, for watching, for sharing, for subscribing. All of that support it really means so much. And also for those of you who are supporting my sponsors, who use the links in the show notes to purchase things, use my discount codes, who are supporting my personal work, those of you who are part of the Healing Hearth membership, if you've taken my meditation course, if you've purchased a personalized meditation, all of these things I keep at a really, really low cost. I try to make it very, very affordable. My monthly membership is only $27, and there are a ton of recorded meditations at your fingertips. We meet once or twice a week to meditate. It's an amazing group. I supply written information to support your spiritual and health journey. And we have a book club, and it's just a great, great group. And so I'm so grateful for those of you who've joined that. The personalized meditations are $22 for a custom meditation that I tailor specifically to you and your needs, and support you energetically in that way as well. So you receive that recorded meditation. The course that I have, it's $99, and 21 days to meditation, 21 steps to develop your own meditation practice. It's fun. It's really consumable, bite-sized chunks, and you come out of it knowing how to meditate, having your own practice that you can integrate into everyday life. So those are some of the ways that people are supporting my work. And there's a lot of cost for this actually on the back end. So to create this in addition to my time, I just have a lot of services in terms of I do everything myself. I'm a one-person team, but I have a lot of technology that helps me, and all of that. I am continuously investing in the podcast. So I really, really thank you for supporting me if you're able to, for those of you who are doing that. And even if you're, sending it on and just, subscribing, liking the videos, that helps so much too. So all of this is helping. I feel that my mission, or at least part of my mission, is to get high frequency content out there to help support people in the connection of their spirit, to help nurture their spiritual life. And so everything that you're doing to support me helps me to be able to do that. And it's just this beautiful, virtuous upward cycle. And so I really, I see you. I'm so grateful for your help. And I will, continue to honor and your trust in me for that. So thank you so much. And I want to share a couple of things coming down the pipeline that I'm so excited about. So, one is an upcoming summit. So, I did my first summit. I hosted my first summit in November, and that was the Miracles Summit, and it exceeded my expectations. I was so excited about the potential with just connecting speakers and participants. And I am still getting people talking about the ripple effects and how they're still feeling the ripple of the summit. Which is such a huge blessing. And it's been so amazing how different people in my world are connecting because of that. So, so excited about that. The next summit is going to be called Reaching Through the Veil. So, this one is more focused on the ability to connect with the invisible realms, with the higher realms, with our loved ones on the other side, our guides. I have some amazing people who are doing this in their profession. So whether they're psychic mediums, whether they're, I have an animal communicator, I have somebody who works with the angelics, specifically connecting with Archangel Zadkiel. So really amazing people who are so gifted in connecting with the invisible realms. And what they're going to do is they're going to talk about that, but they're also going to give you some guidance in how you can increase your ability to do that, because this is innate within all of us. And so I'm so excited. This is the first time I'm announcing this. So you can go and see the guests. I've got 10 incredible guests like Mark Anthony, psychic explorer, psychic lawyer, Mark Anthony. He's incredible. Maureen St. Germain, of course. I love her. She's been around for a long time. She's a very, very well respected guide and teacher, ascension guide. I've got Heidi Wright, who is very, very well known in Japan and Korea. She's the animal communicator. She is just fascinating. I've got her episode coming up soon to be released, but just, when we finished recording and she was like, I'm seeing this dog come through, and she starts describing my childhood dog. I'm trying to tell her what my current dog looks like, and I'm fitting my current dog into the characteristics that she's giving. And I show her because my dog was with me like she is right now. And she's like, nope, that's not it. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's Lady. And she was describing Lady to a T. Anyway, she's super interesting. So many people who have this connection to the other side. And I'm really, really excited about that. You can join us for free, and the replay will be available for free for 24 hours. So for those of you who are not in the same time zone, you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. And you can purchase lifetime access to the replay for $27. And there will be a VIP option, which will include the replay and gifts from these amazing guests. That will be for $55. And so, you're going to get so much value out of this, and it's a beautiful way to support these light workers and help them on their mission in the ways that you can. So that's super exciting. That's going to be April 2nd, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then I have my book coming out. My book, I'm so excited. I've been working on this book for like 3 years. So I was telling my editor, I'm like, I feel like I've been pregnant for 3 years. I really want to get this out. We're so close. I'm going to share with you the cover. If you're on my email list, which if you're not on my email list, it's fun. You might enjoy getting on my email list. Just go to karagoodwin.com and you can sign up. But I sent out an email that showed the four book covers that I was trying to choose from, and I got such incredible feedback. So many people offered really valuable insights and feedback on them. And then if you were part of that, if you've seen those four covers, it's a different cover. But the feedback that we got gave inspiration in the direction that my friend Emily, who did the beautiful cover, took it and ran, and it was like, oh my gosh, you just nailed it. So the book is going to be available for pre-order in March, and it will be sent out in April. And so more on that to come, but let me please have the honor of sharing with you the cover here. So I am going to share my screen. Bear with me here. Assuming you're all still there and the technology is working now. All right. Can you see this? How beautiful is this cover? Oh, I could look at it all day. Okay, Your Authentic Awakening, A Guide to Everyday Spiritual Living by Kara Goodwin, forward by Maureen St. Germain. I am so, so honored that she's written the forward for this. That really meant so much to me. So what I love about this cover is that you can see it's kind of this earthy gem, like it reminds me of like gem stone that hasn't been mined. So like gems that are still in the earth, right? And you can see the light through it, but there's this fluidity to it. So even though it's that solidness of the earth and the gems, like really solid, there's also this fluidity. You can see that fluidity moving through it. And then you can see this gold that is trying to come through the gems. You can see this gold bursting forth. And that is the divine. This is you. This is you. You have the divine within you. It's not outside of you. It's not something to find outside of you. It is something to let emerge from within you. And as it starts to emerge, it radiates through your field. It radiates from the very center of you out. And that really is what the awakening is. It's not finding God outside of yourself. It is letting God emerge from within you, letting that divine emerge from within you. So I love this cover. And it just speaks to me so much. And I love these, especially these parts, like right above the eye, where this gold is just like, it's found this, like, this part where it can come through easily. And it feels like it's just going to burst right through there. Like this whole part's about to give way and just let the divine shine out of it. So, anyway, I could just look at that all day. I'm so excited to share it with you. Um, so that is what I wanted to share. I'm so excited about episode 400. Thank you so much for being here, for watching this, for your support in whatever way that you have been supporting or that you're able to support, sharing, subscribing, supporting my sponsors, supporting my work. I see you. I love you. I'm so, so grateful. And here is to 400 more episodes. So I wish you many, many blessings. I hope that you're having an amazing day with this very strange day indeed. I'd love to know, is it a strange day for you? It's a strange day for me and my friends. So at least the ones I've talked to like two people, and it was a strange day for them too, but and night. So anyway, I wish you many, many blessings. Thank you again so much, and I will see you next time.